Everyone, Jacob Shorts here, and I've been kind of bored, and I've been meaning to make a YouTube video for a while, and being in quarantine, and getting off of school, it just gives me a lot of extra free time, which means more time to procrastinate on doing stuff like making a YouTube video. And so it just ends up being like I upload like once or twice a month. And some of the stuff I've been doing in my free time is making more of these 3D models, and this is all the relatively new stuff. Some being as old as like the last time I did a video on these, and one of them being that I just made it today. And so I've laid them out, and it's a bunch here. And also, this is the bin I used to store them. It was neater than this before I went digging for the stuff that I have out here. Then here's the other stuff. This is the older things that the scale isn't quite with the rest of it. These are some of the older things. And the oldest things that are still on scale with the rest of the stuff are these metric mirror cars. And there are also these Superliner cars. Probably should be about the same size as the metric cars, however they're smaller. So that's an obvious reason why they're going there. I'm not sure what's gonna happen to these. I might sell them. I might just give them away. I'm not sure. All I know is that they have an undetermined fate right now. So starting off with the new stuff is a set of Highliner cars for Metro. They are semi-permanently attached to each other. And I do have another set that I haven't made yet. It's probably unlikely that I'll make them anytime soon. And just remember something. I actually made a locomotive roster here. Also, I did move my desk from the other side of the room. And the reason why I hung this there is because that poster used to be there. And the reason why I moved my desk is because of this. My chair used to be scraping up against the wall there, because this side of my desk goes up against the wall, so yeah, I would constantly scrape here, and that's the day I learned that there's a bunch of wood inside this chair. Yeah, but that's no longer a problem. It does still rub up against it, but it's not really a problem anymore because I haven't moved over. Also, I can have almost the same desk setup that I used to. And there's also the couch not blocking the door, my closet door, from opening all the way. Alright. So, something I never thought. Alright, so there's 4 categories: EMUs, electric locomotives, diesel locomotives, and steam locomotives. And I thought that category would be empty. Actually, this was pretty recently, but I have one steam locomotive. It's the first steam locomotive I've made since I used to make these models with Sharpie. And I'll go over that in a little bit. But the most locomotives in one category are the EMUs, and I'm not sure why I call them locomotives because they're EMUs. It doesn't matter. But I have the most SEPTA trains. So Ooh, and I just realized one of the locomotives I've just made today, I never added it to the roster. Well, I guess I'll do that later. So, yeah, eventually I will have another set of Highliner cars. Now, this is the second Norfolk Southern locomotive I've made, and it's the only heritage unit I have. It's NS-A98, the Conrail heritage unit. It's the ES-4400. I do have another ES-4400. It's right there. And I also have a few road railers. I do have a few more that I haven't made yet. But these cannot be used like regular trailers. It's just for looks. I think I did a good job on them. They do look like regular trailers, except they have this set of wheels at the back. Now, the next thing, I've showed off two of the cars, but I made a third one, and I also made a locomotive for it. It's an F40PH. And it's not, this isn't a real company. I just sort of made that up for some reason. Just because I want that, I want to do that. I do that every once in a while, and the last time, and I'm not doing the thing where like I make up like entire trains like I used to. But this would be like sort of like a made up variant of the F40PH, and it goes under the name. Oh, find it, where is it? It's right here. It goes. No, you can't see, but very well because the camera won't focus. It's under the name of F40PHA, meaning the A standing for that could stand for automated, that could go under automated operation. And that's something I like to think about. Next, I redid the ACS-64, and I also have one for SEPTA as well. It was originally going to do an AM7, which I actually might do an ALP-44 instead. Well, the ALP-44. Yeah, but I redid it, and as a Metroliner cab car. I got rid of the other one. I didn't throw it away or anything. I gave it to one of my sister's friends. Yeah, he thought they were pretty cool, and asked him if he wanted it, and he said yeah, so I gave it to him. Next two actually, they're both F7s, A and B. Got a Santa Fe one with a few cars, and a Via Rail one with a few cars and a steam generator car at the back. Next, I made another Metra F40PH because the coupler slot on the other one was almost with how the older ones were, they were a bit lower, and after a lot of use, it could rip it, and it really isn't able to be used anymore. I also made two cars. They aren't actually cab cars; they're regular coach cars. One of them with the older design. So that's now I have two MP54s with a coach car. These ones were pretty recently made. I have a regular one and then a combine baggage car. And it's just a regular coach car in the middle. That's actually older than the MP54s, and they're technically remade ones. These used to have a couple of Reading MP54s. I know the Rhine Railroad didn't actually operate them, and the closest thing to them were the Blue Liners, and they don't even look anything like it. They're also pretty narrow. I had two of them, and I'm pretty sure I have a couple copies that I had never made and probably will never make. Next, I have an E60MA, and I'm not sure if I covered this one before, but I also have an E60C that I know I went over in another video. I also have a couple Viewliner sleeper cars behind it. Now, next, one of these I covered in one of the videos before, but I made another one, and they both have removable containers. Both are stacked, but they can't be separated. And then I also have a Union Pacific S270 ACE, and on all three of them I am at some point going to replace the radiator vent thing because it's not like that. It's two cooling fans on top. And now the steam locomotive, it's a 260 locomotive, and it doesn't really have an actual railroad number or name, sorry, but it does have two boxcars behind it. I do have a third one that I didn't make yet. This thing had 7 parts. I managed to fit all of them on one sheet of paper. Then I have a couple of Metroliner cars. These aren't permanently coupled to each other, but they do fit together, I guess, pretty well. That I didn't really need to. Yeah, and then all four of these here are pretty new. First, ES4400. And I'm pretty sure this is actually a lease locomotive, but it's on the cover of one of my magazines. Actually, where's the word? Right here. It's a number and everything. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. And then there's also these 3 cars here. These 2 grain hoppers, and then a covered hopper back there. And then the SEPTA ACS 64. Is the exact same as the Amtrak one, except for the number, and it's also for SEPTA. And I got a couple of BNSF locomotives here. First is a B40-8W, which I modified the original copy of the ES4400 to be that. And pretty soon I will make another copy of it and make it an Amtrak-8, because they look almost exactly the same except for some other stuff. Now here's the one I just made today, an SD40-2, also for BNSF. This is actually a different design than what it would have been before. Now the hood and the nose are one piece, and the cab just goes on top. Then there's the handrails, and then the base is its own thing, because you don't see the little indent like on that one. And I will make another one, because I have the copy for it here. I will make another Santa Fe one. And as you can see, the nose and the hood are the same piece. And this also has 7 pieces, which I managed to fit on one sheet of paper with some extra room. And so I will add this to my locomotive roster right now. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm almost at 30 subscribers, and I'm proud of that. Alright, it is done. It's now officially part of my collection. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I will make another video soon. And until then, thanks for hold on. I have one more. Just remember, I have one more thing to show you. Been a while since I've done anything Lego related, but I made a B40-8W out of Lego. It's not done yet. I have to find these other these other pieces. It's done on the other side. But this is also the first locomotive I made that has 2 motors. This will eventually get its own video, I think, but I like how this turned out. Alright, so that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye.